Hello, dear students. Welcome to this new session and a new chapter, and so many new topics, which is very important. And sometime, you think upon it. What is in the inner of the earth? So, this chapter is the structure of the earth. That means, in the last three chapters, you learned, you have learned easily what is the outer surface of the earth, what is latitude, longitude, motion of the earth, and so many things, a structure of the shape of the earth. Now this time we are going to discuss the structure of the earth. That means what is interior of the earth. It is very difficult to say what is interior of the earth before 19th century, when our one of the geologists, Edward Swiss, whose theory is has been published in 19th century. Before that, we don't have any knowledge about interior of the earth. So in this picture, what you see here is crust, mantle, core, and inner core. We have in the entire chapter we are going to discuss about these three layers, many more names of these three layers, not only crust, mantle, and core. We have so many names we are going to discuss further. And apart from this, we are going to discuss plate tectonic and the movements of the earth. Okay, so let us start. Why should we understand about the interior of the earth? What should we you understand actually? What should you understand about the interior of the earth? You know that it is not possible to know about the earth's interior by direct observation, because you can't see, because it is very huge, changing of nature interior composition. So it is not possible actually. So it is an almost impossible distance from the for the human beings to reach till the center of the earth, because its radius is 6371 kilometer, somewhere 70 kilometer and somewhere 78 kilometers is also written. But for the sake of your knowledge, 6370 kilometer it is. Through mining and drilling operations, we have only able to observe the earth's interior directly, the depth of a few kilometers only, 4 kilometers and 12 kilometers for while operation. So the rapid increase in the temperature below the surface is mainly responsible for the setting limits to direct observation inside the earth. Only this temperature, but still through some direct and indirect sources, the scientists have a fair idea about how the earth's interior look like. So we have two sorts of sources. One is direct source and second one is indirect sources. So direct sources, rocks from the mining area and volcanic eruption, and the seismic waves is also a direct source actually. But not even direct, because it is unexpected. Indirect sources, by analyzing the rate of change of temperature and the pressure from the surface towards the interior, meteors, as they belong to the same types of material Earth is made of. Gravitation, which is greater near the poles and less at the equator. Gravity anomaly, which is the change in gravity value according to the mass of the material, gives us information about the materials in Earth's interior. Magnetic sources also indirect source. And the seismic waves, it is very important and very authentic source for us to know what is interior of the earth. Okay, so as you know, detailed process of the research reveal that the earth's interior surface is the layered in the spherical cell like onion. You know, onion have so many cells. They differ from one another by size, chemical composition and density. We are going to discuss further all these things. The earth is the most dense at the center in comparison to the near of the surface. The density of the rocks near the surface is 2.8 gram per cubic centimeter, and the average density of the earth is 5.5 gram per cubic centimeter. The layer of the earth comprise an outer silicate solid crust and between viscous mantle and the liquid outer core. Actually, it is plasma in state, and the solid inner core is our solid surface. So we have the layering of the earth has been deducted indirectly using the time taken for traveling by the refracted seismic waves created by earthquakes. The core does not allow shear waves to pass through it, and the speed of travel is different in other layers. This is the structure of the earth. Look at this, and we have two sorts of structure. One is continental crust, and second one is oceanic crust. So you know some Sial, Sima, and Nipe. You must have read in the seventh or sixth standard. We have Sial, Sima, Nipe. So in this class, you are going to discuss oceanic crust and continental crust as a name of Sial and Sima. Okay. So crust, mantle, and core. From Earth surface 0 kilometer to 100 kilometer we have crust, and 100 to 2900 kilometer we have mantle, and 29 to 6378 kilometer, actually 70 kilometer, we have what? We have a core. Okay. So first and foremost, the crust of the earth or lithosphere. So the word lithosphere is derived from the Greek words lithos, that means rocks and stone. Thus it can be rightly called the rock sphere. That means lithosphere. Litho means rocks. Okay. So the lithosphere or the earth's crust varies in thickness depending on whether we measure the thin new crust on the ocean floor or old crust of an established landmass. Okay, so it is totally different in oceanic and continent. It consists of important minerals and forms a significant parts of the earth's surface. The crust has an average thickness of about 60 kilometer. It is about 30 kilometer thick under continents and about 20 to 30 thick under oceanic floor. Now Sial, Simanife. So Sial is silica and aluminium. The upper layer is called the continental crust, which is Sial, and the below this we have Sima, which is oceanic crust. It is made up of rocks rich in silicate and aluminium. Okay, from the name of Sial has been derived. It is about 25 kilometer thick, and it has an average density of about 2.7 gram per cubic centimeter. It is mainly formed by the granite rocks. Okay, which types of rocks? Granite rocks. It is light in color and density and more acidic. It is less dense than other layers. It forms the continental land that floats on sea of dense seama. It is discontinuous in a structure and underlined in the continents. You know, oceanic plates and the continental plates is totally different, and the when Earth surface rotate, crust and mantle, the velocity motion is totally different, not equal, not harmonic motion. not harmonic velocity. So this is actually happen. Why? Because of discontinuous in motion. So a structure of this is discontinuous because of motion, different motion, not harmonic motion. So sima, Cl magnesium is sima. The lower layer is called sima or oceanic crust. It is made up of the rocks of silicates and magnesium. The name sima has been derived from these elements. It has an average thickness about 25 to 30 kilometer. It has an average density of about 3 gram per cubic centimeter. And it mainly comprises dense basaltic rocks, dark in color and more basic in character. As it is dense and heavy, it forms the oceanic plates. These plates constitute the oceanic floors and continue beneath the continents. Mantle and mesosphere. The mantle is the second layer after the crust. It is separated from the crust by a boundary called mohoric discontinuity. Again, why? Because of the motion of the crust and the motion of the mantle is totally different. Okay, so this discontinuity occurs due to this, and it was Mohoric, a geologist, who invent this. So it is called Mohoric discontinuity or Moho discontinuity. This is the transitional zone where the earthquake waves have velocity of 5 to 8 km per second on crossing this zone. Okay. Now features of the mantle is what? It is just approximately 2900 kilometer thick. It is made up of silicate and metals like iron and magnesium. It has an average density varying between 3.5 gram per cubic centimeter. It consists of upper mantle and lower mantle. Okay, so the volcanic eruption is actually from mantle, where there is so many magma chamber here. Okay, the upper mantle is made up of the molten ultra basic rocks. It comprises mainly silica and iron. It is called the asthenosphere. It is also called perosphere. Pero means fire. Okay. So it is about 100 km beneath of the Earth's surface. Due to the temperature of difference in this year, the conventional current are set up. This causes the molten material or magma to move from water to core towards the earth crust. Okay. Due to the high pressure solid ultra basic rocks is found in the lower mantle. It is dense and highly rigid. It is mainly contains iron and silica. The temperature is in this layer varies between 800 to 2200 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now core or barosphere. Baro means happy. Okay, this is very happy, and this is made up of nickel and ferrum. So this is called what? Nephe. The core and innermost layer of the earth. It is characterized high temperature and high pressure zone. It has an average thickness about 4671 kilometer. It has an average density about 5.5 to 15 gram per cubic centimeter. Okay, so it has average temperature is about 5500 degrees Celsius. This is very what, where there is actually iron and Nephe in the molten state, but due to high temperature and high pressure, it is in the solid state, in the solid form. It is very dense layer. Okay, the outer core, the property is liquid and it does not allow the earthquake waves to pass through it. Okay, and the outer core density is about 9 to 12 gram per cubic centimeter. Okay, so core is the source of the earth magnetic field, as a iron generates electricity. Now in the next video we have movements of the earth and plate tectonic. Okay, so I hope you will enjoy this session. Thank you so much.